Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my second Great League Remix team, and this one is built around Snowy Castform, and I wanted to do this because I've used it in a Silph tournament and performed very well for me, and I know that it has a lot of good matchups in this meta, so I decided to try it out. So before I go over the team and the battles, if you are new to this channel, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It will really help me grow the channel, get these videos out to more people, and for those of you who are returning, I appreciate you coming back. So Snowy Castform, I used it in a Silph tournament and I was really impressed with how it ran because it hits decently hard and it's got a lot of bulk behind it. And this meta is, there's a lot weak to ice. You have in the top 10 Diggersby, you have Mandibuzz, and you have Nidoqueen, all which are everywhere. So to have an ice type Pokemon is key. So before I start here, I want to go over the difference between Snowy Castform, Abomasnow, and Frostlass, because all three I think have play in this meta, and I'm just going to go over the pros and cons of each. So the main pro with Castform is the bulk because of how high level you can get it. So these are terrible IVs, 1196, but that still gets me to level 39. So if you had good IVs on this, you could excel it. The main con is that it only knows ice type moves, and it's a huge con because then I ran into Jellicent and I ran into Dugong, and you're just screwed essentially. You can't do anything about it unless you just switch out. But then so that's why I'm going to talk about my safe switch after. Abomasnow, you have that grass typing, so the con of that is, well, ice is also weak to fighting, right? So your Abomasnow is also still weak to fighters. You add the flying and I think bug typing also as a loss there. The pro with Abomasnow is obviously having that energy ball coverage for your Jellicents and for other water type Pokemon. It's pretty key, and it's just a pretty hard hitting neutral type move. So that's the pro of Abomasnow. It is a bit glassy. It's probably out of the three that I named the lowest level, so probably less bulky, but it hits hard and hits fast, so that's another pro. And then you have Frostlass. And Frostlass has been used as a safe swap before. It's a pretty strong Pokemon because it has that ghost typing. So all of a sudden, because it double resists fighting, it now single resists overall because of the ice typing. So that's a pro. The con is then you add the ghost and dark weaknesses, which there's a lot of those floating around. So that is the con. So it just either, I think any three of those would work in this team. So it's just up to you how you want to structure the team. So that's it. So because I use Snowy Castform, it is weak to fire and is weak to fighting. So I need something to counter that, and I went with my Shadow Nidoqueen because they are everywhere and it's ranked really high. And then I needed a safe swap, and I'm like, okay, I need a safe swap that's like a counter user or something, because I don't have anything that really counters like a steal. Excuse me. And then I'm like, okay, all my fighters are banned. So I'm like, well, Mew is my closest because the Shadow Claws will still do okay damage. And then it has the Surf, which has the coverage plus a Wild Charge nuke. So I went with that. And I did really well with this team again. I forget, I played like 3 or 4 sets with this. I was positive in I think 3 of them and negative, but like a 2-3 negative in one of them. And the negatives were because the Snowy Castform sort of ran up into your Dugongs and your Jellicents. But other than that, the team, you can maneuver around well. Each of them can close in their own capacity. So let's get into some of the battles here and just show how it performs. So in this first battle, you have Amanda Buzzleys, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. There's a lot of Pokemon that are weak to ice in this meta. So I don't know how much, again, this is my first time using it, I think, so I didn't know how much a Foul Blade is, so I look at it, and so you could take 3 of them, so that's no problem. And they try and catch on a Hypno, and I have a response in Mew in this, which is great, so I'm just going to keep building up these Shadow Claws. I'm going to throw the Surf. I was hoping to get a shield, but they let this go. And then I have to worry about this. I think that was enough for a Shadow Ball, so I'm going to shield this up, and it's just a Thunder Punch. At this point, I'm just committed to the farm down. I don't really care about another punch here. I just want to come out with some energy loaded for the Mandibuzz that's going to come in and try and snarl me down here. So I'm going to go throw the one wild charge. I'm just going to go back to back here, force a shield from them. And because that one was low enough now, I think I can just surf this down or grab a shield here. And I grab a shield. And I know I'm going to counter down, and I know I had the energy bank. So I'm going to come in and throw this weather ball to catch them off guard to get through, grab the second shield. And I've got a third one too. So it caught them in the animation. So now they've wasted all their energy. And this is why I like Castform as well, because the Powder Snow Weather Ball is a deadly combo here. And then I got a one shielded Nidoqueen on a Shadow Machamp. So this one's over. In this next video battle, we have a Shadow Zapdos. This was a unique one. So I'm like, I could get to this, and then we CMP tie, and I'm like, I have no idea how much a Shadow Zapdos is going to do to me, so I just shield this up. Unfortunately, we did get the CMP tie. Had I known I would have lost that, I probably would have farmed up a bit more. So they let it go, so that's okay. And out comes the Machamps, or Surfetch. So I have two responses for this. So I come in with the Nidoqueen first, and I'm going to throw this, and Surfetch is just so squishy that it needs to shield it up. And I'm going to shield here because it could be a Leaf Blade. And it is. So I'm going to try and get down, and in comes a Cradily, which is another pretty spicy pick here. So I'm going to go for the Poison Fang bait because I have, I guess it'd be neutral to, because it's rock and grass, so maybe it's neutral to surf. But, so that will take me out. I have the Castform, which will do super effective again because this is a rock and grass, so this can take very super effective. So I expect a shield here. And the problem is this is weak to this rock move that's coming in, and it will one-shot because this is a really hard-hitting Pokemon. But it's okay because now I can come in with Mew, and I need to get down here. They come in with the Surfetch. I can just surf here because Surfetch is extremely glassy in the Great League. Takes it out, and now I can go down here. They do have a move, but it's not going to be enough to take me out. So a couple good leads to start. One of the things is I saw a lot less Registeels today, and I don't know why, but I saw a lot less. So here's the first bad lead. And this is where my safe swap's gonna come in. And they come in with the Wigglytuff, which is a tough counter to me. So I'm gonna just double wild charge this to force a shield or take switch, and I expect them to give me the shield because they know they can come in with a good matchup on my Snowy Castform and their Machamp. So the thought process now was I could have come in with my Nidoqueen, but I don't want to shield up unnecessarily, so I'm just going to come in here and build up a lot of energy on this because I know they want to try to line their Machamp with this. So I'm just going to come out with a Weather Ball loaded here, and I got multiple Weather Balls loaded. So if the Machamp comes out, I'm going to throw one, maybe two at it back to back, and it's a Quillfish. So I'm like, okay, that's not good for my Ice and my Nidoqueen. So I just threw the Blizzard because it's the biggest move I have. And luckily we both sort of blind switched, so I'm able to align my Nidoqueen with this. The problem is Shadow Machamp on a Shadow Nidoqueen is still going to output some decent damage here. They let it go, and it's now a race here between the two. So I'm going to shield this because any move would take me out here, and I want to try and lower the defense with a power Poison Fang. And hopefully I can get one or two more poison jabs off here and take it out before they can get to a move. And there's one, there's two. I needed the third one. That's not going to register, and they're going to take me out here. But then I can come in and Powder Snow down with the Castform before they get to a move. So able to get out of a tough lead there because Mew, again, you guys know what Mew does. Mew's a great safe swap. So again, terrible lead here. So I got to come with a Mew safe swap, which is a good matchup against here. I go for the bait here. And I guess because I went too early that they call the bait, which is too bad because if I want Wild Charge, that would have one-shotted. But now I have to shield this up because it could be a Shadow Ball. And it is. So that's a good shield. And now they come in with the Wigglytuff again. So I'm going to try and get to the 2 here. Got the back-to-back here. Going to go for try and get up a shield back here. and they got one shield, and that's okay. They were going to let, obviously, they're always going to shield one and let the other one go. So this one they'll let go. And now I have a decision to make. I have a really good matchup with my Nidoqueen, or I can do what I did last time, which is try and get ahead on energy here. Because my thought process at this time is, let's get ahead on energy here, force a move, and now I'm just going to try and go shielded Nidoqueen for the win here. So I'm going to throw this. This is going to be resisted, but now I'm just trying to fast move this down. I've got a shield and just try and fast move this down, hoping that I can have multiple Poison Fangs or an Earth Power to throw whatever's in the back here. I've got some energy, and it's a Ninetale, so that's not great. So the good news is Earth Power would deliver super effective. So that I get the shield here, and I outpace them and get to the Earth Power, and this will take him out. So that was just recognition that I'm probably needed to go Nidoqueen one shielded to try and take it the last two. And this were my battles at 3 a.m. in the morning when my daughter woke me up and wouldn't go back to sleep, so I just did some battles. So a pretty neutral-ish lead depending on what they have. Like if they had the Fire Punch, I'm in trouble here. So I'm just going to spam these Weather Balls. And it's not a Shadow, which is unfortunate because now I'm going to need 3 Weather Balls here to take this out. So here comes the second one. And I'm hoping maybe they overfarm that I can sneak a third one in here. Oh, I tried to catch here. I let this go, and there's a Shadow Ball, which does not take me out. So I'm able to get to the third one here, which is great. Because now they're going to have to give up Switch or give me a shield. And they don't want to give up Switch, so I'm going to come in here and Shadow Claw down before they can get another move off. So I got a shield, and out comes the Nidoqueen, which is a pretty good switch from my perspective, because this is why I like Mew in this as a safe swap, because it has Surf, which deals with a lot of your, has Surf to deal with the Nidoqueens. It does pretty neutral much damage against your Registeals. You have the Wild Charge for your Flyers. So it's a pretty solid safe swap overall. Shield up the Earth Power, which is great. I'm going to try and get to the Surf before they take me out, and I do. So now, I mean, it doesn't matter about Switcher because we really only have one Pokemon each left. My Castform has no energy left. And it's Crobat's Golbat, so I'm just trying to do any chip damage. I was hoping to get to Wild Charge, but I can't. So I'm just going to go for chip damage here. And then come in with the Nidoqueen. And try to, I guess, Poison Fang, Poison Jab, Poison Fang combo down. I can show this up because I have no idea what it'll be. It's a Shadow Ball. So that's a good shield. And I think at this point it's over. Make sure that I'm still recording because sometimes I like stop and start and I'm like, oh, I didn't actually film that battle, which is too bad. Whiscash, this is a neutralish lead because they're taking neutral damage and I'm taking neutral damage here. So it's now, and we're both extremely, extremely spammy. So now it's just who's going to outspam who here. And I think it's going to take a couple from each of us. And this looks like 3 from them, and probably 3 from me as well. So this will be my second here. I'm assuming they are at their second, and now it's just going to be a race to the third. I'm 1 short. I'm going to shield it, and do I try to farm down here? And they throw the Blizzard. Yes, I do farm down because they threw the Blizzard there, which I think you probably just want to go back-to-back Mud Bombs in that situation. And now comes the Frostlass. Again, that's your weakness with your Castform. You don't have anything to deal with these Ice-type Pokemon and Water-type Pokemon. So I shield that up, and now they have a 2-shielded Wigglytuff, which is okay because I have a Nidoqueen in the back still. So I'm going to get some damage there. I'm going to go for the Wild... Oh, no, I probably bait the Surf, yeah, because they're going to have to shield because they don't want to go down with that much energy. And can I get to the Wild Charge? I can, which is great because now I don't think this will take them out, but if they don't shield, it's going to put them pretty low and they decide to shield. So now I'm going to come in and just sacrifice. I was going to try and just sacrifice it, but I think they're now going to try and farm me down. So at this point, I'm like, let's just go back-to-back Weather Balls, but they do realize that I do have the Weather Balls, so they have to throw here, which is great because now I can come get a little farm, but not enough, and now it is a race to the Earth Power here, which I am severely outpaced, and this avalanche is probably going to one-shot me to take me out. Yeah. So that's sort of the only problem with this team. When you face like a Jellicent or a Frostlass, you're kind of in trouble because your Castform doesn't do anything, and then your Nidoqueen takes super effective. So I had a good matchup there, and then they come in with the Frostlass, and you're going to start seeing, I think you're going to start, because of what is in the top 10, I think you're going to start seeing a lot more ice type Pokemon. Like I'm going to use Abomasnow coming up. I think I'm going to try it tomorrow. So we're going to throw Surf here. And I tried to get aggressive here, so now I'm going to have to double shield. So I'm down 2 shields to nothing, which is not a great start. But I am loaded with energy, and I have full health Pokemon across the board. So they're going to come in with the Wigglytuff, so I'm going to go again. Let's go back-to-back Wild Charge here. I'm going to get at least 1 shield here. And what I'm hoping is my timer's going to be up, so I can come in, and they also blind swap. So it's a rough back-to-back swap there, because now I'm going to go down here to the Earthquake. So at this point, I'm like, okay, now I got to come in and start spamming these weather balls here. And get the one off, and overfarm for 1, and get the second one off. This is going to draw the last shield here. And they're going to try and throw probably back-to-back Fire Punches here on me, since it's super effective. But I sneaked that Powder Snow through there, which now I think I can hopefully get this off. I can, and I'm assuming at the time I know how to count properly, because I wouldn't have thrown it right away, so that's perfect. Get that off, farmed up a little bit. Now I have some, and I'm like, can I get to the Blizzard? Can I get to the Blizzard? I cannot get to the Blizzard, so let's just do some chip damage here. I'm going to have to do 1 more, and I switch to the Mew and Wild Charge, because I realized that they're just going to go for the farm down, and if I didn't try this, I was going to get taken out. So I'm aiming to take that out and come back from that tough situation. So that's it. So good team overall. It's one of those cover your weaknesses teams. Castform's weak to fighting, and fire, covered it with Nidoqueen and Mew as a safe swap. Like I said, you can use different Pokemon on the lead, different ice type Pokemon on the lead. Find a safe swap in this league and then back in there. So that's it. I appreciate you guys staying around this long. If you're still here, this is going to be uploaded Wednesday morning. I'm going to upload 1 more team Thursday morning, and then Friday morning I'm going to do analysis, because it's GoFest this weekend, which I'm going to go very hard for, because there are Pokemon that you should be looking at Saturday to catch for PvP, and there's Pokemon that should be raiding for PvP on Sunday, and I'm going to do that analysis for you. I'm going to tell you which ones you need to focus on to catch on Saturday, and which ones you need to focus on to raid on Sunday to be competitive in PvP in all the leagues. So stay tuned for that on Friday. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one.